Hi, I'm William Dans. I am the founder of Crazy Do Studios and creator of Total Chaos, the collectible card game. And joining me here today is Ross Harms.
Hello, everyone.
He is the head of game card design. And basically what we're doing is we are going to be playing a match of Total Chaos and kind of giving you an idea of how the game goes and maybe give you a little tips and a little tricks to the game and everything. But we're gonna start playing, so thank you for joining us, and hopefully the profanities will be down to a very minimum, because we want this to be a PG environment for everybody, and we'll just have a good time. As you can see, we're starting out. Each player will get basically a 61 card deck. Each deck is supposed to have a boss, and in this case, I'm going to be Clytus from the Nightmare. And of course, Ross is going to be the hero with Miss Dale Arden, our heroine.
Yes.
And well, we're just going to get started. And so right now, what we're going to do is figure out who gets to go first. And I'm going to roll my dice here. Oh, I don't know.
That might be easy to beat.
I don't know. We'll see. And of course, yes. All right. Also, the dice are going to be used as a way to be a counter for the boss. So as you can see, there is the 5 stamina, so it's always good to use it as a counter. So if you don't have dice, that's okay. You can also use a piece of paper, whatever, however you want to, take care of the, knowing how many stamina you got. All right, since Ross, of course, happened to be the one who won, I have to now choose where we are going to battle. So in this case, I'm going to choose you right there.
Very good, very good. So we are battling at Ming's Palace.
All right.
As you can see, hopefully, I have a battle impact where Ming's Palace location gives my players a +1 defense. And sadly for Will, he is playing with a Nightmare deck, not a villain deck, so he receives no battle impact from this particular location.
That is correct. And as you can see, it's really important to make sure you build your decks around your locations. However, if you don't get to go first and the other person is using a deck that is not going to be in the same on the same location as yours, you can be a little bit of a disadvantage. So Ross needs all the help he can get anyway. So
Yes.
I'm glad he did that. But because of that, my location cards are going to go back into my energy deck, and now we're going to shuffle our cards. And from here, we are now going to draw our hand. We're going to do the setup phase. Now, also in the setup phase, as you can see, our bosses are in protected status. This is being in protected status right now. So I'm going to get ready here. Now, also, as you know, with the bosses, we have battle impact. So in mine, all Nightmare characters that I have in play will get a +1 defense.
And with Dale Arden as my boss card, I actually have the same thing. All my hero characters are going to have an increase in defense by 1 point.
Yeah. Now, also, if you know, his boss has a 7 power and a 7 defense. My boss has an 8 power and a 6 defense. So as you can see, I'm more of the offensive side, and it seems like he is more on the balance side. Hopefully when you're building your decks, you're building around how to make your strengths either be more offensive or defensive. So anyway, I'm shuffling. It looks like Ross is already shuffled because he's that type. And from there, we're going to start drawing our hand. So remember, you can draw up to 5 cards for your hand for what you can start out with. And then from there, we'll talk about how much energy you can use to go forward. So at this point, both Ross and I are going to start out our setup here. And from there, you can use up to 6 energy to start setting up the main setup. So in this case, who do I want to go for? Ross is going to figure out who he wants to go. So I'm going to use my 6 energy just so you can see. That's going to go to the use energy deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm putting out 2 characters right out of the gate to start up. I'm going to put the little 5 dice right there.
Okay,
now Ross is
so
gone.
I've discarded or used 5 energy cards to place Flash Gordon, and that is going to be the end of my setup.
Yeah, all right. So with that, because Ross won the roll, he now gets to go first, and we are now officially launching on into total chaos.
Here we go. So, first going to pull one more card to complete 5 cards into my hand. I am going to draw, let's see here, 3 energy cards. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to allow me to place another character into the battlefield, King Voltan. And I don't know if you guys can see, beautiful foil card, shiny, love it.
That is actually part of the little special set, which is the character debut cards from 1934. So these are only the 1 per box, and there's 5 to collect. And of course, Ross wants to show them off, and he's doing that right now. So with the King Voltan right there. Now, what are you going to do?
Now, at this point, that's going to end my phase.
You're not going to attack?
Actually, you know what? I think I will attack now that you mention it, because you've got some weak characters out there. And let's see. Oh, and I don't like what the Clytus Observer's battle impact is. 2 power to your boss, and he's already an 8. Let's see if we can take that guy out. Then with that being said, I'm going to use the remaining 3 energy cards I have available to me. I'm going to apply a weapon onto my Flash Gordon card. Since that's a weapon icon and he has a weapon icon, I can put that on there. This is going to add power to his already 4 power, plus King Voltan's impact is that he also gains another power point. So he is now a 4, a 5, and a 6. And I'm going to attack your Clytus Observer with a defensive 2.
So as you can see, he's already coming at me with
Full force.
full force on there. So now it's up to me, since he's already now initiated the attack. He can't do anything else at this point in time.
That's the end of my turn.
That's the end. Well, that's the end of his turn as far as attacking. So now it's up to me. So what I can do is the cards in my hand, I have to look and see what I've got that I could possibly use to help. But at this point in time, just a little tidbit. So if you know your character is going to go right out the window and is not going to survive,
You can't block that? You can't defend against that, Will?
unfortunately, no, not really. So what you want to do is you can kind of almost do a two turn swing, is what it is. So I'm going to use, I have up to 6 energy to use at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 4 here, or no, 5.
So again, you're not attempting to defend the attack. You're going to accept his defeat, and that's going to allow you to use some energy cards and deploy for your next round.
That's right. So I'm deploying my general, Clytus, Mongo general, and at this point in time, because of that, I'm basically sacrificing my observer. So at this point, because there is no way I can come up with 6 defense, as you can see right now, I would have 1, 2, so I'd have 4 defense at this point, but that's obviously not enough to beat out your 6. So now he is going to go down and being defeated, and he will go to the defeated pile. As you can see, I get 3 energy back. So with that, get 1, 2, 3, and I just put it down at the bottom of my energy.
Okay. And then my weapon card is a one-time use, so that's going to go into my discards defeated pile.
And with that, he is now officially done. He has beaten my character. So now it's my turn. So what I'm going to do is I get to draw up to 3 cards to make a 5-card deck in my, or 5-card hand. 1, 3, All right. So now comes the fun part. What do I want to do? Now, here's the thing. Sometimes you might want to put a timer on people where they don't take a long time. There has been issues where Ross and I have played and we're taking way too long to think about what we're doing. So hopefully we'll go a little bit faster. But
that's not to say you don't want to strategize, but if you find that you're playing somebody who's indecisive, you may want to incorporate a timer.
Just a little bit indecisive. Yes, that could cause a problem. So, all right. So I'm going to bring out another character. Which character do I want to bring out? All right. I'm going to do this. See, this is where the thinking comes in, and you're trying to figure out how you want to do it. All right. What I'm going to do is wait. That'll give me 7, 8, and okay. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to give it a shot. I'm going to use 2 energy right now. And I'm going to use the arresting ray pistol on my Colitis. So as you can see, I have the emblem or the icon to match up. Otherwise, if you don't have it, can't use it. So it gives me an extra power. So at this point right now, he's got a 5 that gives us 6. Plus another power is a 7. So I'm going to use my 7, and I'm going to go after his King Voltan.
Oh, okay. So I have a defense of 4. I need to somehow... Oh, actually, I have a defense of 4, plus my battle impact from the location is 5, plus the battle impact from my boss card is 6, and you're attacking me with a 7. So I need to gain 1 defensive point somehow on King Voltan in order to block that attack. Now, luckily for me, and unfortunately for Will, I actually can do that. So, what I'm going to do, what is his defense again?
Well, you're just trying to stop my
4,
offense,
okay.
Remember?
Right. Well, I have a special card that I was thinking about using. Okay, so, gonna draw 5 energy. 2, 3, 4, 5, which allows me to place the legendary shirt card, bumping my character's defense another 3 points. Again, armor icon, so I can play that card on King Voltan, and that's going to bring him up to a total of 7, 8, 9 defense.
And with that, I get beat. And I'm not going to say what I want to say, but that's
Keep
all right.
the testing to a minimum, remember?
So he's going to go out. At this point, my general's going to go out. And because he's going out, I get to get back 4 energy back into my deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4 goes right over there. And with that, I'm out. And of course, when it comes to your armor or when it comes to your weapons, it's a one-time use on there. Later on, it could be to maybe in future sets. Maybe we can have them on there a little bit longer. But for right now, it's one-time use. So he used it. He beat me, and because of that, my attack failed, and now it is his turn.
Wonderful. So I have 2 cards in my hand. I'm going to bring it back up to 5. Pulling 3 cards from my energy deck. Hang on, let's see here.
Now, as you can see, we're still our characters are still, or excuse me, our bosses are still in protected status. But something you also might know on some of those cards, if you look at his Flash Gordon, he actually does have an ability to go after my boss, even if they're in protected status.
Isn't that fantastic? I'm so glad you pointed that out too.
I'm so glad that I did that as well. It's a good thing we're just trying to show people how to play this game, huh?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to allow me to place another character card, Aura, Daughter of Ming. Her battle impact increases the hero characters in play by 1 power, which is going to give Flash Gordon an attack power of 4, 5, 6. But I still cannot attack Clytus because you're a defense of 6. So that's not enough, is it?
I'm sorry.
And I therefore am going to end my turn with that.
All right. Now, just so you know, as you can see, he didn't have to attack, but you do have to spend energy or you have to attack. It's one of the two when it is your turn. So since he already did spend some energy and decided that he did not want to attack, now it goes back to my turn and what I want to do.
And in hindsight, now I totally could have attacked your cellmate card.
You know what? Oh, that's a bummer. I really feel bad about that.
You derailed my train of thought by pointing out that I could attack your boss, and therefore, wah wah wah.
Wah wah wah. Yeah.
I too will refrain from saying what.
Yeah, I know.
What word just came to mind.
I'm sure there's a couple words right there that you would like, but we'll leave that alone. So now comes the fun part. What do I want to do? I've already drawn, so now I got 5 cards in my hand. I'm not exactly sure in which direction I want to go. Decisions. This is why we have to have a timer, because I can't seem to make a decision. And as you can see, Ross has actually got a pretty good front there.
I got a pretty good setup going on.
You really do. It's kind of ticking me off a little bit.
I'm so sorry.
I know. I don't think you're really sorry, but it's ticking me off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the 6 energy right now. 1, 6. And I'm going to put another general out there, as you can see.
Oof.
Yeah, oof is good, but I'm not done yet, because I'm kind of getting tired of seeing all these characters he's got going on, and when he's got tough. So I'm gonna bring out my boss, and I'm gonna put him in attack status. And what I want to do is I want to go after one of his characters, and the one I want to go after is, I think I'm going to go take out his king over there. I want to take him out. So right now I have an 8. So at this point in time, my power is an 8, and he's so far showing a 4, but let's see what he's going to put together to try to defend that.
Yep. So in total with battle impacts, I have a 4, plus the location battle impact puts him to 5, plus my boss card, excuse me, puts him to 6. So I need to find 2 more defensive points. And
also, just so you know, when you're on the defensive side, you don't draw to make your hand at 5. You don't do that because that's when you're doing your main setup.
Right. So. You only draw to deploy what cards you currently have in your hand.
Yep.
And sadly, I do not have a card that's going to bump him up to defeat or to defend an attack of 8.
Woohoo!
So therefore, King Voltan is defeated. I'm going to retrieve 4 energy cards. 2, 4, bottom of my deck. And that's all she wrote for King Voltan.
Yep. So at this point in time, now it's Ross's turn. So it's his main phase. Just so you know, now that my boss is in attack status, no longer in protective status, that means anybody can attack my boss. So that's the one downside when you're attacking, is that you're now vulnerable for attacks.
Yep. And he's now vulnerable regardless of my battle impact, protected status or not. He is now in attack status, so he is fair game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to draw 1 card, bringing my hand back up to 5.
Woo!
Let's see, what do I have here?
And again, this is where where timer comes into play. Where we're always trying to start it.
Yeah. Just tell me to hurry up, why don't you?
See, now he's trying to make me choke on my water so that he can have an advantage.
Okay.
So I'm trying not to keel over.
Yeah, please stay in the game.
Until you beat me, right?
Well, let's do this. I'm going to draw 3 energy. Going to deploy a character card, King Jugrid. And with that is actually going to, oh, nope, I take it back. Let's use, I'm gonna turn my boss into attack status. And I'm going to attack General Kala. Is a defensive 3. So 7 to your defense of 3, plus your battle impact is 4.
So I got
You gotta
4.
find 3 defensive points.
So I need 3 defensive points in order to counter this. So, as you can see, she has a weapon icon, she has an armor icon, and she also has a effects icon. So she's pretty powerful. So I'm looking at my hand and I'm thinking to myself, what can I do to make this interesting? So I'm going to do something that Ross is going to love. And I can see it on his face.
I'm just waiting for it to come out. Let's see what this is. And thanks for pointing out the icons, because now I have my 2020 hindsight going, I should have attacked Cellmate instead.
Yeah, maybe again.
Again.
And that's general armor, which is a +3 defense. So with that gives me 6 plus another one, that's 7. And she's attacking with a 7, and then when you're attacking, you always have to be greater than the defense. So at this point in time, she loses and loses 1 stamina. Now with that, general armor goes in the defeated used pile over there. And now it is my turn.
I'd like to give a quick little strategy suggestion. Don't play the creator of the card game.
I have my moments, not many. So now it is my turn, since that was another epic fail. I did one, you did one.
Did you just say my move was an epic fail?
Well, it was a
Ouch.
chaotic fail. How's that? Okay, so as you can see, we are now in
above the belt, please, Will. Above the belt.
I know. Well, this is the thing. I'm looking at my characters, and I'm going, do I have enough to do anything? And the answer is not entirely there yet. But I'm going to do something that I want, and that is to use. I'm going to use my 4 energy. And as I use the 4 energy, I'm going to put down an armored guard. Now, at this point in time, just so you know, I want to put, well, you know what? I'm going to actually keep Clytus up. I was going to put him back in protected status, but you know what? I decided I'm going to keep him up because I'm tired of seeing all these characters that he has on the board over there. So, but I also realize his Dale is right now susceptible for an attack, and my Colitis has got an 8. And you know what? I'm going to take a shot at it. I want my Colitis to go after your Dale, so I'm going to go hit you, since you've left Dale. So I've got an 8 to your 7. Do you have anything that you can use?
I don't have a card that increases statistics on my boss, so you have successfully brought her down to 3.
Woo! All right. So far, so good.
Love the excitement. I'm going to remember that, Will.
Yeah, I know. And with that, I am unable to do anything more, but it's now Ross's turn.
So the first thing I'm going to do is put my boss card into protected status, even though he can still technically attack her because of that General Kala card. So let's see what I can do here. I need something that's going to give me some power. Sadly, what I just pulled does not give me any power. So,
I was going to say, another thing too is when you're deploying your characters or weapons or anything, you can also use cards from your hand as ways to use for energy as well. So you don't always have to just take everything from your energy deck. So it's another way to, like, if you don't like the cards in your hand, you can take some of them, use them as energy, so that when it's the next time around, then you can pull some more cards out and maybe build up your hand a little bit more. Just something to think about.
thank you for that, Will.
Of course.
With that being said,
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to use one of the cards from my hand, which does no good. So there's one energy card. Then I'm going to do an additional 4. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5 total energy cards. And since I am, and I'm doing air quotes, you can't see, powerless, I'm going to play a card that will still get rid of General Kala, and that is Gruesome Demise. And that instantly defeats one opponent character card with a defense of 4 or less.
And that's right. And with that card, which is a very, very powerful card, it doesn't matter if she has anything like as far as armor or anything, it's an instant defeat in that particular card. So because of that, he puts that over there. I have to put my general over here.
Bye-bye, General Kala.
But I get to have 3 energy to go back. And with that, he is now done.
Yep.
It's my turn. You're such a jerk. So with that, now I've got to, I get to pull out one of my cards here. Oh, what to do. There's so much fun and excitement. I'm looking at his characters. I'm looking at what he's doing, and I'm just makes it so much fun. All right. I know he's got defense. I know he's got a lot. Because of how strong he is, which kind of worries me, I'm gonna use 3 energy here. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put out my one character, Sapphire, who's a werewolf. Ooh. And
It's exactly what they sound like, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never heard a werewolf, you just did.
Yeah, welcome. And at this point, I'm going to keep my Colitis out because he's been a wrecking ball so far. And I'm not going to do my best Miley, Cyrus impression, but I want to use Colitis to take out.
Oh, I love the confidence.
I know.
You're not even attacked. You're like, I'm gonna take him out.
I
don't know what I have in my hand.
That is true. That is very true. You're absolutely right. I want to take out Aura.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
Attack of 8.
I have an attack of 8.
Okay, so she is a 4 plus 5, 6, and 7. Thanks to all my battle impacts.
See how important that location is? See how that really helps out tremendously?
So she's a 7, and I need an 8. So I'm gonna use 1 energy to deploy leaving orbit, which the impact is adds 1 defense to my character, successfully blocking his attack. And I believe since you attacked me with your boss, you now are reduced to 4 stamina.
That is correct. Now, just to make sure, something that we always seem to have a problem, make sure the icons match up. So because of that, he used it. I end up now, like you said, go down to 4. And
that card was used.
Just so you know, if I actually went after his king, Jurat, I would have probably beaten him because he didn't have the little effects icon to help. So, yeah, all right.
Lesson learned. I learned that lesson earlier in this game.
Yes.
It's only fair I passed that on.
So at this point in time, I have not been a successful attack. Now it is Ross's turn to see what he can do.
So I have 2 cards in my hand. I'm going to refill that up to 5 by drawing 3 from my deck. Let's see here. Now, his boss is looking attackable still.
Attackable.
Is that a word?
That is an interesting word that you're using right there. Attackable.
Attackable. Man, that defense though. Your boss's defense is quite powerful. All right, I am going to draw 5 energy cards.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I realize I'm doing that kind of slow. Sorry for that.
It's okay. He's still learning how to count.
And what I am going to do, now let's see. Now the total amount of character cards you can have is 4. So I'm going to max out my character cards by playing Dr. Hans Zarkov. His battle impact is a gain of 2 power to all hero characters in play. And I think what I would like to do is use Flash Gordon to attack your boss Clytus. And he's going to have a total of 4, 5, 6, and 7 against your 6 defense.
6 or 7. Okay, as you can tell, this is not making me very happy.
If only they could see your face in this.
It's just so magical. So unfortunately, at this point in time, because I don't have anything to counteract that, he is going to beat me. So at this point now, my 4 goes down to a 3, and we are now tied, folks.
It is a tied game, ladies and gentlemen.
And just so you know, also keep in mind, you want to make sure you know how much energy you've got, because when you run out of energy, that can make things very, very interesting. So it's always good to know what you got.
Yeah.
I
was
get
going to
to
say, if you can see, because I haven't had very many characters in the battlefield defeated, my usable energy card deck is quite depleted at this point.
Yeah.
Because I have not had any regeneration from any defeated cards.
So at this point in time, I'm gonna draw 1 card, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little not too
bitter?
thrilled.
Are you upset, Will?
It's not upset, as it's more of I really wanted to get more going. So because my hand has been kind of I'm going to use 2 from there, plus another 1 from there, and I'm going to put out another cellmate.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, that's right, my little cellmate action. And I'm looking at all those characters he's got, and it's kind of painful, because I know I've got an 8, but when I look at what he has, he's got some serious defense going on, which I don't like. And I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be hurting here. So
lucky for us, there's no money on the line. It's okay. Your decision isn't going to make or break your bank account. So
I understand that. I appreciate that. So.
And again, this is where a timer sometimes helps the indecisive players move the game forward.
Yeah, it does. But I feel like I know that I feel like I can hit one of your guys hard. I just don't know who. So I'm gonna keep my Clytus in there.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna take out your king. Let's go with that. I know that Hans is pretty powerful over there, but I'm going to go after your king. So I've got 8. So what do you got going on there?
Okay. So again, total defense with battle impact is a 4, plus that, 5, plus this is 6. And his battle impact does not affect himself, so he's at a 6 instead of a 7. So 6 to your 8. What can I play? All right. So let's do 5 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I am looking at that, that was not the way to go. But I can't take it back.
See, it's always important to know what you're doing.
Okay, so, well, with that, I kind of messed up.
What a
'Cause
surprise.
I can't defend.
You can't defend.
I cannot defend. Nope. I thought
But
I
you
could.
just used 5 energy.
I know. I thought I could defend with the card, but I do not have the matching icon.
Uh-huh. So you're going to waste it, or?
So I guess I wasted 5 energy.
He wasted 5 energy, folks. This is
This
what
guy's
happened.
defeated, but I get 5 back, so.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. King Jurid gets a royal funeral. And
See,
we
it's so
are-
important to know your icons, folks. That's what I try to tell you. Icons, icons, icons. You need to know what you got.
Yep.
So
I
with
just
that,
made a very rookie mistake in this game.
I did win, but now it is Ross's turn to take on and see what he can do.
Yes. And because that angered me some, I think what I'm going to do, and Will may not like this. In fact, I don't think he will at all. I'm going to use 3 energy cards. Put a weapon card on my Flash Gordon, adding 2 power.
Mm-hmm.
So what that does now is he is a 4. Come on, cards. Cooperate here. It's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attack.
Wow. And you're going with against 2?
And I'm going to attack your Clytus.
Ah.
Your boss card.
And the magic that is me says I cannot defend. So now I'm down to 2.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's
Thank
right.
you, Mingard Rifle. Flash Gordon has been the absolute hero of my game so far.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see where this takes us.
All right, now I'm going to draw a couple cards here. Wow. It's really a lot of magic going on here, folks. A lot of magic.
But again, I'd like to point out, I'm nearly out of energy cards.
I know, and
I will be in a world of hurt if I end up using all energy cards and having to basically let cards die or get defeated in order to get some energy cards back.
So as you're going to see, I want to put Class back into protected status here.
What?
Yeah, I know. And I'm gonna do something else here that's a little different, probably a little unorthodox, but you know, that's how I roll.
You're the creator of the game. I'll allow it.
Okay. So I'm gonna just go and take my armored card, and I am going to have him fight your Hans. So at this point in time, he has a 6 power. Now you're probably going to wonder what I'm thinking or doing, but at this point I've got a 6 power. I'm going to go after Hans, and unfortunately, it's not gonna work out for me, I think.
It's not, because he's already a 5 plus the battle impacts.
Mm-hmm.
So he's at a 7.
Okay.
So your attack is a fail.
It is a fail. So why did I do that? Because basically I wanted to get him off, and I'm going to take 2 from there, put it back into my energy, and it's Ross's turn. But by doing that, I'm getting myself ready, and I know I'm telling Ross what my strategy is, but I'm getting myself ready to have an opening in my battlefield here.
Yeah, and again, part of this video is to teach a little bit of strategy, show you some of your different options as you're playing the game.
Exactly.
So, that just means Will has something up his sleeve.
I always...
And I don't know what it is. So, let's see. My energy cards are struggling here. Why don't we... Okay. I think what I'm going to do...
Please think. A little bit more.
I think I'm just going to straight up... I'm going to risk life and limb here. Hopefully I'm not.
Risk it for the biscuit?
Well, actually, I think I'm gonna do a little strategy here myself.
Ah, strategy.
I'm gonna use 5 energy cards. I'm getting low here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to use Malfunction on my Flash Gordon card.
Now, actually, because of that one looks like it's one that plays till effect, you really want to put it next to your, yeah, because it's an effect card.
Giving everybody 2 defense. Then I want to attack Clytus with Flash Gordon. He can attack the boss even though they're in protected status. And he has a 4, a 5, and a 7 total power.
7 total power. See, this is...
Against your 6 boss defense.
See, that hurts, folks. That really hurts me. So at this point in time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use...
Oh, no.
No, one. Well, actually, yeah, I'm going to use 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you said you're at a 7, right? 7. Okay. So this is where the fun and the interesting thing goes. I have a gruesome demise card here, and because of anybody that is a 4 or less, they get wiped out. So this is going to be kind of twofold, and it's going to actually hurt. So I'm going to take out Aurora.
Okay. And I get 6 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I know where this is headed, and I'm not liking it.
Now comes the question, how much power does Flash Gordon have anymore?
Yes, 4, 5, 6.
6. And my Clytus has a 6, which is not high enough, so that means...
Flash is also defeated.
Flash is also defeated. See what that does? This card is so powerful.
Now I get 4 regeneration.
Yes, unfortunately, that is the kicker in all this.
And luckily you guys can't see me tearing up right now, because that hurt. That hurt real bad. Okay.
Okay, and with that, it's my turn.
Yep.
Now his malfunction, just so you know, it stays on there until a new effect would be deployed for him. So at this point in time, so he gets to keep it on there. So it's always important to read what your battle impacts and what your descriptions are when it comes to your weapons and armor, and of course, obviously your effects. So now it's my turn, and with that, I'm going to take a couple here. 2. Okay. All right. Now we're talking.
You're finally getting some good cards.
I'm finally getting a little traction here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Little something to help me.
Don't count anybody out. It is, you never know what you're gonna get out of those piles of cards.
I agree. I totally agree. So at this point in time, what do I want to do? See, there's just so much. It's so hard to figure out what to do.
So many ways to beat me.
There's a thought to it. So I'm going to do something different. I'm going to go with, I'm going to use 6 energy because there's just so much. There's just so much. And I'm going to put Ruler Ming into play.
Oh boy.
Now, at this point in time, you know, if I was to use him, he would have at this point, a seven power. But, you know, I just don't like Hans that much. So, what I'm going to do, because obviously I know I don't have enough, but maybe do with Clytus. But then I'm afraid that you might have armor over there. So you know what? At this point in time, I'm going to play it safe and say, I'm done. I've deployed it, and I'm just going to wait. I don't want to attack. I did deploy, but I'm going to wait. So now it's on you, sir. That's my strategy. Let's see what you're going to do.
All right. Let's see what we have here.
We're doing a lot of talking, so that's probably why it's taking a little bit longer to explain what's happening. But I hope you're enjoying this a little bit and seeing what this is all about. I got to tell you that I'm not too happy with some of the maneuvers he's done. It is 3-2 at this point in time, but we're getting to where I think we can make something happen. He's strategizing. You should see how intense and how much smoke is coming out of his ears at this point.
Okay, I think what I am going to do... Actually, I don't know what I'm going to do. Man, okay. Here we go. What can I do? What can I do?
You only have 2 cards in your hand.
Put a little chink in Will's armor here.
Now, are you... I got to help out Ross because sometimes he thinks a little too hard, but he doesn't want to... It seems like he doesn't want to draw any cards into his hand.
I'm a little worried because I'm low.
He's a little low.
Low.
See, this is where the strategy comes in.
I'm not out.
He's getting low. But he has to deploy, or he has to
pull
attack.
Something, right?
Yeah.
You have to do something with energy cards, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, Will. Then let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to instantly kill somebody with a 3 defense or less by using the melting away.
But by also doing that, because it's another effects card, he now gets rid of his malfunction.
Which, now that I'm seeing that, I don't want to do that.
But it's too late now, see?
So, all right, then we're going to take out your...
The only one you can.
I have 3 options.
No, you don't.
3 or less. 3, 3, 3.
So again, folks, know your icons.
Oh, I can only take out Sapphire.
That's right, because
All right.
as you can see on the cellmate, he does not have the little icon for the malfunction. So
Then
Sapphire
be gone.
is gone, and that means I will now get 2 energy back for recycled energy.
Oh man, I think that might have done me in, swapping out my effect card like that on accident.
And now it is my turn, folks, because now we're going to show what we can do here. See, it's all luck of the draw when you get your cards, so you're not exactly sure which direction you want to go, how you want to go. But this point in time, there's just so much. Which way? Okay, I am going to use 4 energy. 4. I'm going to put my lizard man out there. Now, what does he do? He adds 2 power.
Yikes.
So that's a lot of power, folks.
That is. And I just accidentally got rid of all my defense.
So at this point in time, if I was to use, let's say, Ruler Ming, he would have 9 power. And of course, I could go after Hans and set it up. But you know what? I'm not ready for that yet. I'm not ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hold off because I'm building my forces. So at this point in time, I am now done, and it's going to be on you. And we're going to see if this works out, folks.
Okay.
But we're done.
Well, I need some options. I only have one card in my hand right now. So I'm going to pull 4, 2, 3, 4. And let's see here.
Now see, again, probably not my best idea of what I was going to do, but we'll see what happens here.
All right. Yeah, not a whole lot for me to do in terms of cards that I have added to my hand. So I think what I would like to do is put Dale into attack mode with her 7. And I want to attack Lizard Man because he's a little too strong with that +2 power.
Okay.
So that's my move. Dale attacking Lizard Man's defense of 2.
Dale is attacking. Okay, so right now he has a 2 power, but with the defense, he's got another one, so that gives 4. Plus another defense here gives him 5. And I need to see if I have anything here that I could use that could possibly give me more. And the answer to that would be no. So because of that, and this is what I was afraid of, my Lizard Man is now going out the window. And with that, I get 1, 2, 3, 4 more energy in there. So with that, he has
successfully defeated Lizard Man.
But Dale is now available to attack.
Yeah.
Now it is my turn. So I'm going to pull one card over here just to have it. And because I see Dale is wide open, how do I want to work this? See, it's so hard because. So I'm going to do it in a different way. I'm going to use 3 energy. 1, 3. I'm going to put out my Calais Observer, which gives my boss +2 power.
Oh boy.
I'm going to bring him into the frame. And yeah, I'm going to go and take a pop shot at Dale because now I have 10 power to your 7. So, do you have anything to fight that or do anything to try to manipulate that?
None of the cards in my hand will add 3 defensive points to my boss. So, your attack is successful. My boss is down to 2 stamina.
All right. So now our bosses are out and it's Ross's turn to make his choice. What he's going to do.
All right, I already have 5 cards in my hand, so I'm not going to draw any into my hand. But what I am going to do... I know, right?
See where the strategy comes in on this? It's pretty easy to understand, but man, it's definitely rewarding to master, and it takes a lot. So building your deck is really important, finding out the right cards, but it's also luck of the draw, folks. It is literally luck of the draw.
Okay.
Unfortunately for Ross,
No, I'm not having such luck.
he's having some issues right now.
Let's go with deploying 5 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
See, he's getting low.
And what we're gonna do is put out another Dr. Hans Zarkov. So that will give him and another attack power of 2, regardless of which one I use. I am going to put Dale back into defensive position before I end my turn. And is it worth attacking? Let's see here. That's a 3, 4, 5 attack total. Clytus Observer is a 2 defense, but with the battle impacts, he is already at a 5, so it is pointless for me to attack him. I'm going to end my turn.
He's going to end his turn, folks. All right, so now comes the fun part. What do we do next in all this? So, I'm getting low on energy too, folks. So it's not like we're.
Well, your stack's still much larger than mine.
So I got to really be strategic in what I'm doing here. So at this point in time, I am going to use, and I know this is going to sound crazy, I'm going to use 6 energy, folks. I'm putting it on the line. 1, 2, 6. Just so you know, I'm also taking my Clytus and putting him back into protected status. But I'm going to use my droid injector, which adds another +1 power. So with that, that's 6. Plus the other ones right here, which is 7, 8. And because I use 6, I am going to be jumping into battle, which is another great card, which is going to allow my Ruler Ming to attack Dale, even though she's in protected status. And with that, I have an 8 to her 7 so far. So, what can you do?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm down to 3 energy cards in my pile, which means what I am going to have to do is discard 1 from my hand as energy, use the remaining 3 energy cards, which puts me at 4. I'm going to deploy yet another Dr. Zarkov coming in clutch, who adds 2 defense points to my boss card, bringing her up to 9, successfully defeating not only Ruler Ming, but wasting his effects and weapon card. Not wasting, but rendering them useless in this particular attack.
So at this point in time, I get to get 5 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And again, that number is based on the regeneration of that defeated character.
And with that, I am now officially done because he beat my attack. So now it's on Ross. What are you going to do?
As everybody can see, I have no energy cards to use whatsoever. I have 2 cards in my hand that basically I cannot use. So I think what I'm going to do, let's see, what is your defense at? 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna risk it here. Dale back into attack position, attacking Clytus Observer with a 7 to your 3 total defense at this point. So do you have 4 defensive points to add to your Clytus Observer?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to say I don't. But here's where the strategy comes in a little bit, because Zarkov is giving her a +2 defense. I have a little something here. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
So are you just going
5.
with the sacrifice of Clytus? Okay.
Of the Observer, yes. But I'm going to use my Melting Away, which is a 3 or less, taking out your doctor there.
Okay. Which I get a regeneration of 4 cards. 2, 3, 4.
And with that, that goes out the window. And
Colitis
Colitis
is a
goes
goner.
out the window. Or my observer, excuse me.
Yeah, Colitis observer.
So there's 3 back. 1, 2, 3. And with that, you are finished, right? Your attack is finished. So now it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm going to pull out some cards just to see what I got going on here. And not a whole lot that I really wanted to use. So how do I want to do this, folks? This is a rough one.
It's coming down to the wire here.
It really is. It really is coming down to the wire, and it's about trying to seeing what I can do to make this work. So I got 1 left. That will give me. So much. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to use 3 from my hand. Put another power character out there. Or another cellmate. Because you can have up to 4. I got 3 right now. But because Dale's there, I am going to put my Colitis now into battle. And I'm going to just launch an attack at Dale. 8 to 7. Do you have anything to combat that?
I do not have anything to increase her defense, which now brings her to a scary 1 stamina left.
So with that, my thing is done. So it's all on Ross on his next pursuit.
You can't see the sweat, but I am sweating. Here we go. Well, I have 2 cards in my hand. I only have 4 energy cards left. I think what I am going to do is, oh gosh, I gotta pull at least 1 here. That is not a good one to have pulled. And then I have to use energy, correct?
You have to use either energy or you have to attack. 1 of 2.
All right then. I guess we're going to use. Boy, I just do not have good cards left over. Man,
See, it
such
stinks
a
when you don't.
terrible draw towards the end of this game for me here. All right, we will use Dale. Or will we? No, let's put her back into protective status. Now, with the battle impact, he is a 5 attack. And I don't see any other defense except your boss. So we will attack one of your cellmates. They're all the same. So you have a 4 defense with my 5 attack.
All right. And with that, he takes out one of my cells.
Yes.
And that means I get 1, 2, 3, 4 back. That goes right there. And with that, he is...
It's the end of my turn.
He's the end of his turn. Now it's my turn, folks. So I'm going to pull out some cards here and see what I got.
Can you take out my Dr. Hans Zarkov so I can get some energy cards back?
I've thought about that. I really have. Just
No,
for
I
you.
suppose that could be a strategy all on its own, right? Don't take anybody out because then I don't really have much to use.
That would be true. That would be true, and it makes things a little more interesting for us. It's just a question of which direction to go. You know, it's a tough one. All right. It's really, when you don't have much, you try and you try and you try. So maybe. No. This is going to be rough. But at this point in time, I'm going to do something a little different. Again, it's all about strategy, folks. It's all about trying to build up the right way. So I'm going to put my Colitis back into protected status, and I'm going to just use one of my cellmates to go after Dr. Hans there. So with that, I have a 6, and it doesn't look like I got enough to beat you.
I'm already at 7.
Yep.
One battle impact, one at battle impact plus the 5.
So because of that, I'm sacrificing him. So there goes that. So I get 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4 back into my deck, and now it's your turn.
Now it is my turn. Man.
We're going to the bitter end on this, folks. This is how we roll.
Oh boy, here we go. Can't even use that one. All right. Boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna risk something. I guess I'm risking it here. I'm gonna pull one card just to see if I can get something deployable that's gonna help me.
Now remember, you can use energy out of your hand.
Right. So let's do. All right. So with that pull, I have 4 cards in my hand. I have 2 energy left. I think what I'm going to do is use Dr. Hans Zarkov with his attack power of 5 and against your cellmate with a defense of 4.
Okay, I respect that. So, this is where the strategy all comes in, folks. Like I said, this is where you want to be able to set yourself up. If you're able to, so this is a rough one. Which direction to go, right? So you're gonna take him out, and what is that? You have a 5
to your 4.
5 to my 4. As you can see, I can't use anything really else. 5 to my 4. Right.
The only thing that might save you is
another
a
character
card that increases everybody and plays defense, right?
Which is not what you're gonna like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So with that, he gives another defense. So with that, I now have a 5 defense to your 5. So I blocked you, you're out.
Zarkov is defeated. I get to put 5 energy back into my usable energy cards. And that's the end of your turn, correct?
And that is the end of my turn.
Okay.
Or it's the end of your turn, because you attacked me. So now it's my turn.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
So I'm going to take out the 2 cards that I've got here to see what I've got. And again, it's always important to know what you're going to do for your next play. So I could be putting myself in a really, 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 really bad position right now. But I'm going to have my cellmate, who is going to have a 6 power. I'm going to have him go and attack your doctor. Cellmate, doctor.
Okay. So that's an automatic defeat then?
That would be an
Because
automatic.
it's 5, 6, 7 defense with
That's
my
right.
battle impacts.
So he's going to go out. Gives me another 4 back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're now back in the saddle. It is Ross's turn. So now he gets to decide what he wants to do next.
Okay, I think what I am going to do is I'm going to draw. Let's see, one, two, three, so I'm going to draw one card to bring my hand back up to 5. Hoping for something good. Hoping did absolutely nothing for me. So, what I'm going to then do is use 3 of the cards in my hand as energy. Another 3 for a total of 6 to deploy an effect card called Going For It, which reduces my opponent's power by 2.
Okay, that's what you're doing.
Then nothing. Then nothing. Then
Nothing.
that's it.
That's
that's my move.
That was your move. That was the
my
big
move.
move. That was your big move right there. Okay, I get it. All right, that was an interesting move you did for me right there.
I hope it hurts.
Nah, not yet. Okay, so the question is, how do I want to make this work? So I'm going to pull one out. All right. Didn't necessarily do what I wanted it to, but that's okay. Oh, man. Use him. Nope. I feel like if I do this, I could get a shot at winning and becoming a hero, but we'll find out. I'm going to bring out Clytus, and I'm going to attack your doctor there. So I've got an 8 to your to what? Your 7 right now?
5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
With your boss card, huh? Okay. Well, since that's kind of a jerk move, jerk was not the word I wanted to use, but here we go. Let's see what happens. I'm going to use my currently last remaining 2 energy cards to bring his defense up to 7, successfully blocking his attack and reducing his stamina down to 1.
Wow.
Shocker, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think Will expected that to happen.
I did not expect that to happen. However, now it's on you.
My turn.
Now it is your turn to attack. Who are you going to attack?
So, let's put... Oh, man. Let's see. Let's put Dale Arden into play. A 7 attacking your boss, Clytus, who is at risk, with a 6. And I do not see currently anything to impact your boss's defense in the playfield.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is where you get angry. This is where you want to throw cards. This is where you want to just say, you beat me.
Yes.
Congratulations.
That was such
Congratulations.
a good game. Oh man, that came down to the wire for sure.
See,
Holy cow.
See, it's all about knowing what you got to do. You can always come back, but it's also luck of the draw of what cards you got.
Oh my God.
I was trying I had cards, but I had too much energy to give away. That's why it's so important to build your deck the right way, having the right cards.
Yep.
But with that,
I'd like
was
to
a nail
also
biter.
show, yes, nail biter, absolutely. I'd also like to show what I was pulling, and again, luck of the draw. All I had was, let's see, where did Dale go? Oh, I think I used them as different energy. Basically, all I had was a bunch of effects cards with icons that didn't match.
Nice.
I couldn't use it on anybody. This was the best thing I could have deployed in case Will decided to attack me, but he ended up attacking me with his boss card, which ended up lucky for me that I was able to defend it. Then he had nothing in play that could defend against my boss's attack.
I know.
So I scraped away with a win barely.